we're going to talk about the Annotation Tool. I'm going to go ahead and click on my Annotation Tool icon. You'll notice in just a moment that at the bottom of the screen things changed just a little bit. When you're in the Annotation Tool, you cannot touch and interact with anything on the screen. You are now have a overhead transparency or an overlay on top of the screen that you were showing, and you have all of these annotation tools at the very bottom that you can use. So you can come click on the pen, change the pen color, size, and it gives you the ability to write on the board. It will not, as you notice, let me edit or change this icon. I can't, when I click on it, Chrome is not opening. I am just writing or annotating on top of what's being shown on the screen. I am defaulting to the home screen. This can be anything. You can have a Google slide open. You can have a video or anything open on the internet using the browser and use the annotation tool on top of it. The toolbars at the bottom, as you can see, I changed the pen color. This gives you pen color and size and shape. You have highlighters. You have select, which lasso an area. You have erase the entire screen, and undo and redo. As we go further over to the right, you have the ability to take a screenshot, download that screenshot, and we have settings. I'm going to click on the settings icon for a moment. It says object recognition. What that means is that the boards came with two stylus. The stylus has a fine point and a flat stylus on the end, but a fine point tip. When you're using the stylus, if you want the board to acknowledge it, you have to say that you want to write with a fine pen. If you want your students to be able to write with their hands, or you use your hands instead of the stylus, you would make this choice that says write with fine pen or fingers only. The very last option, it says auto screenshot. This is by default on, and this is a choice that you get to customize for yourself. What auto screenshot means is that every time you open and close the annotation tool, which means you click on that little red icon to turn it on and you click on that little red icon to turn it off, it will take a screenshot of what's happening on the board. I am going to go ahead and turn it off. The reason I'm turning it off is because I remember that I have this screenshot option here. So I can take a screenshot of the things I want, but maybe I don't want every time I use the annotation tool to save a screenshot to my board. So that's under your settings and auto screenshot. I'm now going to click back on my toolbar, and I am going to notice that there's a little X on my icon. I'm going to click on my icon, and now notice all my tools and all my annotation are gone. I've now closed the annotation tool.